So I'll hop into our squares here, and I'll select this bottom right one, and I'll press T on the keyboard to bring up our opacity. I'll set our opacity down to 0. Set a keyframe by clicking the stopwatch. Advance 10 frames. Bring our opacity up to 100. And advance 10 more frames by pressing Shift, Command, and the right arrow. And bring this back down to 0. I'm also going to add an expression here so that after this point, our opacity will continue to shimmer. So I'll press Alt and click on the stopwatch, and I'm just going to type wiggle, parentheses, 1, 100. So this means one time every second, our opacity will wiggle a random value between 0 and 100. So now if we scrub through, you can see how this begins to blink on and off randomly. So I'm just going to copy these keyframes. I'm just going to advance 2 frames by pressing Command and the right arrow. I'm just going to paste it in sort of a pattern on all our squares, advancing 2 frames between each one. I'll press Command C and Command V to paste. So now if we play this back, these all begin to blink randomly. Now if we hop back into our pre-comp now, you can see how this looks on top of our layer. And now this starts a little early, so I can just take our square composition and drag this back. If I hold Shift, it'll snap to our playhead. Now actually, I want to go ahead and I just want to trim these so that they don't appear until our first keyframe. So let's come to our first keyframes here, and I'll just press Alt and the left bracket to trim them to the playhead, or you can just drag the end and line that up, which actually may be easier in this case. Great, that's looking good. Next, we'll bring on our text.